Good evening, folks. Eli at Kingsbridge Performance and 4x4. Now, we have a rather special Porsche Cayenne here, and I say special because I've never seen one with a specification quite as high as this one. Yes, we are talking £30,000 worth of factory options, making this one of the highest spec Cayennes I have come across. Now, this particular model is finished in this lovely grey metallic, and it is complemented beautifully with the Turbo 22-inch wheels. They're the best wheels in my opinion. They give it that lovely wide stance. They are shod in Pirelli P0 tyres, 285/35 ZR22s. Huge, enormous 6-pot Porsche brake calipers hide behind those black spokes. You've got the full colour centre caps. What a machine. Looks fantastic. Now, this one is very special because of the options, but the options sort of make it look a lot better as well. For example, you've got the gloss black roof rails, which are an option, the gloss black window surround, an option, full privacy glass. We've enhanced it further with privacy extended to the front glass as well, gloss black wing mirrors, gloss black door handles, and with grey, black just works beautifully. So when you've got a grey car, black just contrasts and complements so well the colour. You've got the body-coloured roof spoiler at the back. We've got the tinted rear tail light panel with a Porsche logo integral into the panel. So that smoke looks fantastic with the clear lights behind it and that hint of red. Badge or model designation deletion, so it doesn't say Cayenne anywhere, it just says Porsche. You've got the twin sports gloss black exhaust outlets on both sides. Full colour coding all the way around. You've got the Porsche Turbo wheel arch extensions that come with those wheels. It looks great. Really looks good. Let's have a look around the front. So you've got the full Porsche LED light system, the Porsche Dynamic Light System, or PDLS for short. You've got the LED daytime running lights. You can see there the front camera because it's got surround view cameras. And again, the black inserts there. I mean, it looks fantastic. The tail lights have been smoked. So it just looks very, very sharp. And completely different to all the bog standard Cayennes available. This one looks and feels something special. Now, this car is 2 former owners prior to the current chap, but that is actually not to be misconstrued because it's not private people. It was owned by Porsche UK for the first 4 days, and then it was registered to a dealer for the first few months, and then the current owner bought it, I think it was October 19. He's had it for a year and 2-3 months before selling it to ourselves. So it is effectively one private owner, but it is 2 former on the V5. It's had its first it's only done 5,000 odd miles, but it's had its first service done at Porsche just a few months ago. So that's all sorted. The bodywork's all immaculate throughout. Now the very low mileage is simply down to lockdowns that we've been having, and the previous owner, having lived in London, hasn't really used the car at all, so hence why the ultra low miles. And I challenge you to find me another one with this spec, with this ultra low miles that looks as good as this. There isn't one. So if you want one of the nicest Cayennes available with the highest specs, then this is the one. And don't bother getting one with smaller wheels than the Porsche Turbo 22s because they just don't look as good. In fact, a very good friend of mine, he just bought a Cayenne, brand new one, with the 21s, and he actually paid Porsche to buy another set of 22s because he didn't like the look of it after a couple of weeks. So there you go. Get it right first time with the 22s. Now, Let's go on to the inside of the car. So, starting off with the boot, obviously you've got power tailgate, of course. You've got the fantastic boot space, you've got power close and lock. Got these LED lights on the side, you've got this air suspension, which you've got on this vehicle, you can raise and lower it. Load space cover is in place, of course. You've got the panoramic sliding glass roof, which is enormous on the Cayenne. You've got these nets at the sides. Underneath here, you can see you've got the Burmester audio. This was a £6,000 option, the Burmester audio. It's the most expensive audio package you can get for the Porsche, and is well worth it. It sounds fantastic. So that's your subwoofer and amplifier there. And then you've got the tyre inflator kit and locking wheel nut, etc. there. What a sound system. There you go. Nope, not just the Bose, not the standard one. The Bose one's about £800 or £1,000, something along those lines. This has got the Burmester. Look at that, it's got those polished stainless steel grills over the speakers, so you know it's something special hidden behind there. You've got the gloss black piano trim everywhere. Got the Cayenne entry sills, the rubber floor mats, so it's kid-proof. And then of course these fantastic full black leather seats, and then you've got the sports seats at the front there. Here you've got your 12 volt and USB sockets. You've got the ambient lighting underneath the seats there. The panoramic roof there. And you can adjust the seats with this lever here. Now let's go on round to the near side. Pretty much all the same. So again, your Burmester, your leather everywhere, and your mats, etc., etc. Some additional storage at the back of the seats. If we open up the front passenger, we can see that we've got the ultimate seating combination of the 18-way sports memory seats. They're about £2,000 and well worth having. They are very, very comfortable. The multitude of adjustments means anyone can find a comfortable position. The standard seats are simple 6-way or 8-way, and all they have is these two buttons here and here. And then you get the 14-way, which have the that button and that one, and then the 18-way have all of them. Well worth having. You've got the Porsche rubber mats here, you've got the Cayenne entry sill plate, Burmester audio, memory settings for the seats, which you get with the 18-way, and then of course your central locking. There's lovely brush finish around the air vents. In here we've got the full book pack, as you would expect. You've got the Porsche logo embossed onto the headrest. That's a nice option to have. And then further to that, we've also got the Porsche logo embossed onto the central armrest. Again, another nice option to have. You can see there you've got the Sport Chrono dial, because it's got the Sport Chrono package on this vehicle. Right, so I'm going to move round to the driver's side, so you can see some of the fantastic options the car has, and I'll also show you the Porsche media system, which is probably one of the best out there currently on the market in any vehicle. So onto the driver's side, much the same. You've got the Burmester, you've got your power seats, you've got your memory settings, you've got all your windows, obviously, lock, unlock, open and close the tailgate, power folding wing mirrors, and your settings there. So that's all good. Your 18-way seats there, and again, the embossing on the headrests. And then again, your Porsche mat, well, excuse my muddy boots on them, but it's good that the rubber is nice and easy to clean. You got the keyless, start, and then your lights buttons are there, and then of course you've got the essential wheel to control what driving mode you want. It's all great. So I've got two keys. Let me just pull those out for you. Here we go. So we've got two of those. There's the Porsche VTS tracking system. There's a fob in there as well that comes with the vehicle, and obviously if you want to activate it, you can then have the tracker live as well. You can see there, as I've just touched it, it's keyless entry, exit and start. So for example, these keys can be in my pocket. I can now walk up to the car and it opens like so. So nice and simple. You don't need to have the keys to hand if you've got your hands full of shopping and kids. So that's a great option to have, is the keyless entry, exit, start. You've got here your cruise control. Here you've got your voice control and parking lights, indicators, etc, etc. You can see it's got this lovely gloss black finish here to the front of the dials as well, rather than being black plastic. On this side here you've got your windscreen wipers. This is all your black display. So if we start this up, and by the way, there's your cup holders, and you've got a sliding armrest which you can of course open. You've got wireless phone charging, and you've got your USB sockets there. Let's start the beast up. Okay. Ignition key, battery low. Right, I'll stick in a new battery when I come off this video. Let's turn the audio down. I always keep a stock of car key batteries because for some reason they always seem to need replacing when I get the cars. I don't know why, but there you go. Maybe it's just the weather because it's so cold and it's depleting battery. But anyway, let's talk about what you've got. So you've got heated seats here. You've got aircon max, etc. That's all your climate control. You've also got things like your suspension control there. So now you can see there that little flashing means the car's raising now from sport mode up to standard level, because it was on dynamic mode there. You've got also your dual zone climate control settings here, and you've got all the shortcuts for the main screen, but you can also do it all on this fantastic touch screen, which is really easy to use and nice. In fact, like I said, it's one of the best systems out there. You can see there you've got satellite imagery for your navigation on this fantastic widescreen. It's so responsive, it's just a pleasure to use. See that little Google logo. Now, of course, you can turn that off. You can have normal imagery if you want. It's totally down to you. We've got ambient lighting, which you can choose the color. So here we've got red currently. You can of course change that to whatever color you like. You can of course alter this screen here as well. So for example, if you want to display your navigation in the main dash here, you can use this wheel here to run through the different displays. You can see there the lap time, and that's part of the Sport Chrono pack. You've also got launch control with that as well. You can see how the car is sending the power to the rear or to the front wheels, tire pressure, etc, etc. And then the sub menus, because you can click into that with this wheel, and then you can select various different options. So loads you can do on there. And then of course you've got your phone, your favorite button there. There's loads there, and then you can of course adjust this screen here as well. So again, using this wheel, we can scroll through what's displayed here. Let's just zoom in a little bit. So that's all available, and again you can go into these and mess about with the different displays. You've also got here your speed limit display, so you can see what the current speed limit is on the road you're driving. So that's really, really handy, I think. Really good system that Porsche have. And then in the middle here, you can also see what gear you're in as well. You can see here, I've just put it into reverse. You've got the surround view, so the camera's all around to show the exact position of the car. Makes it very easy to position. Then you've also got panoramic, you've got side. So very easy to park the car. So for example, side you could use if you're perpendicular parking near a curb and you want to make sure you didn't curb the wheels. Then you would probably use that option there, or indeed the top view. But let's take it out of reverse, put it back into park. So if we go through some of the options here, I won't spend too long, but just to show you a brief overview. Media. So of course you can select where you want the media to be played. So for example, you can choose from DAB, AM online, if you want to use online music such as Spotify, etc. Bluetooth media device. There's loads of different mini menus, shall I say, on these buttons up here. So it is actually quite clever. Time, temperature, etc. You can choose what you want displayed there, and then of course you can pull in this menu here to display all the time. And of course you've got your home button here, which sort of displays a selection of information on the main screen. But yeah, going back to navigation, that's great. And then of course you can, let's just push that out of the way, you can of course use, very much like your iPhone, you can pinch in and out to zoom in and out. Media, as we've just discussed. Phone, of course, fairly straightforward. Car, so this one's got the air suspension, which is a really essential option to have, so you can select how you want the ride. You've also got, if we go back, let me just figure it out again. Yes, so you can also select the Sport Plus Individual, which you also do with this here. Okay, I can hear the tone change straight away in the exhaust. I can also, the suspension, feel that going down a bit as soon as I select Sport. And of course you could select Sport Plus as well, which is even more aggressive. I'll put it back into comfort, and of course you've got individual where you can set it to your own preference. But yeah, that's all something you can play with on here as well as on the main dial on the steering wheel. You've also got things like off-road, so if you do want to, very much like the Land Rover system, you can choose what road or what kind of terrain you're driving on. And whilst you're doing that, then you can also have the top view. So very clever stuff. Control here. Now here you've got all the different settings. So for example, ambient lighting, we can now choose what color we want. So if I go to blue now, or aqua, we can, or Atlantis as they call it, you know, you can have those colors in the car displayed. Totally up to you. But yeah, very cool option there. Okay, so let's go back and look. You can choose how bright you want them in the cup holder, in the footwell, etc., etc. Overall brightness, I've just left at 100%. And then also you've got things like your main system here. Again, you can go on forever with this sort of stuff. Displays, what you want displayed. You've also got the fantastic head-up display, so you can adjust the position and brightness and what it shows. I don't know if you can see it there, but it shows loads of information. It's very clear, it's very sharp, unlike some other models of manufacturers' head-up display. This is a really good head-up display. I'd say up there with the BMW, current BMW system that's on the new X5s. But you can see there the speed limit and various other information such as your lane assist and speed. And then of course you can alter how that's displayed. Other things such as lights and visibility, locking, etc., etc., can all be seen here. And you can see here 24/6/20 service at 3,057 miles was the last service. So that's all recorded on here as well. Trip data, chrono. So if you do want to start a lap in your Porsche Cayenne, well, not really the car to do it, but if that takes your fancy, of course you can do that here. Now, what else have we got? So climate control. Oh, sorry, going back to car, there's your chrono, as we just flicked through as well. There's a shortcut right there. Climate control, of course, there's all different options here that you can mess about with. And then, of course, you've got the sub-menus at the top of most of these. You've also got things like weather, news on the apps screen, so you can potentially, if your car's connected to the internet, as this one is, you can then see the weather where you are and scroll through it and see what it's going to be like. And then if you go through the other things, for example, you want to go through news. Now this is actually built in to the car, this online information. So you don't actually have to then get a phone and connect up to the connect up to the internet, because it's already there. So that's good. Your Porsche Assist, you've got lane assist, Porsche Active Safe, surrounding assistance. Obviously we don't want to deactivate that, but yeah, very clever stuff on here. And then of course a sound system, we've got the Burmester, so we can then mess about with how we want that to select. So if you want to have your listening position altered, your 3D surround intensity, 3D surround dab, etc., etc., yeah, you can do all that on here. You can see now we've got this lovely blue light in the ceiling. You've got your panoramic roof controls. You've got this lovely knurled finish to the knob there. Really nice to use. And that's pretty much it. I've listed all the factory options on the car in my ad. I've got that from Porsche directly, so everything is on there. Please don't ring me and ask me, has it got this, has it got that? I have listed everything that the car has. If it says it on there, that's what it's got. Okay, now I will just switch off the car shortly, but before I do, I just wanted to show you what it looks like with the lights on. So you've got that lovely brake light, rear main light bar across the rear of the vehicle, which looks fantastic. And then you've got these fantastic PDLS LED lights at the front here, which are great as well. And they turn and move with the car, and they light up the road as you need to. It really is great. So this car is priced very competitively. It's only done just over 5,000 miles. It's 2019. £30,000 of options. It is priced just shy of £70,000. It is, of course, available on finance. Simply go to our website, kingsbridgeautos.co.uk, and you will be able to select a finance package, either PCP, HP, etc., how much deposit you want to put down, if anything at all, and what the monthly payments will be. The car is under warranty, so it's got another just shy of 2 years of Porsche warranty and assistance package till its 3rd birthday. And we offer delivery to your door. It's from £1.50 a mile on an open trailer, or £2 a mile in an enclosed trailer. So that is pretty much it. I hope you found the video of our Cayenne informative. And if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to drop me an email, a call, or a text, or whatever your contact preference is. And we'll do our best to pick it up and respond, either myself or one of our team. In the interim, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will see you on the next video. Good night.